Hola.
Señora,
Does anyone else get major cuteness aggression with their babies? Like, I just want to. He's like, yeah, mama, déjame en paz. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello. I'm new too. This is all brand new for me. But I'm so excited and so happy and so grateful that you're here. So thank you for clicking on this video. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you guys, I guess, my newborn must-haves. I do have a little baby. He is 9 weeks old and he is very cute. And if you haven't seen his birth vlog, I will link it down below because it was the craziest experience. Longest experience, but it was also worth it. So if you would like to watch it, I know I loved watching birth vlogs when I was pregnant, so if you want to watch it, I will link it down below. So I wanted to do this video because when I was pregnant, I'm a first-time mom. This is my first baby, and I had no idea what I was gonna need. I didn't even know what to put on the registry. I didn't even know where to register. I was like, do I go to Target? Do I go to Amazon? Girl, go to all because you'll get like free stuff on every single registry you go to. So I really enjoyed watching these type of videos when I was pregnant. They gave me a lot of ideas, and I wanted to go ahead and film a video for you guys. There's a couple of things that I didn't even think about putting on my registry or didn't really see in other videos that I ended up having to buy once I had him. So let me try to save you the trouble. Hopefully the same things that are working for me will work for you. And these are all mostly things within like the newborn age. So within those first like 12 weeks. Right now Agustín is almost 10 weeks. Within these weeks, these are like the products that I've used like all the time that I need with me at all times. I'll go ahead and break it down into categories. So let's just go ahead and get started. And then just before we start, actually, I do want to give a registry tip that really worked for me that I wish somebody would have told me, but I'm glad I ended up doing it. One of the things that I was really nervous about was adding expensive things to my registry because I was like, who is gonna spend $100 on a gift for me? Like, that's insane. People work for their money. I don't think they want to spend their money on me. But what I ended up finding is that you kind of do need to have a range in prices for your registry because there are those family members that are going to want to buy you the big stuff. So like the crib, the car seat. We actually ended up getting the Mamaroo as a gift, which I was like, girl, that's expensive. So a lot of these products that I was like, I'm gonna have to end up buying myself. We actually did end up getting in our registry. We kind of got almost everything that we had in our registry. We were very blessed in that aspect. So yeah, just don't be scared to put like big price things. The other thing is, even if people don't buy it, a lot of the times you'll get a discount code at the end of it. So once you've had your baby shower, once you've had your baby, and then you can always use that discount for the big ticket items. So it's just a little tip. Okay, so the first category I'm gonna start is the sleeping slash like lounging slash like baby wearing category. So the first thing I wanted to mention are swaddles. You are going to need swaddles. I know they sell a lot of like these type of swaddles where they're kind of like blankets, and I love this one. This is literally my favorite one. It's just Our Lady of Guadalupe and some nopales. So, you know, the Mexican in me loves this. So I do have a couple of these, and these are very soft. And I like to use these mostly to cover the car seat or to like hold him sometimes. But I don't really use these to swaddle him to sleep. And the reason why is because they're really easy to break out of. Even if you do it very tight, especially the older he started getting, he was just like getting his hand out everywhere. So the ones I do really recommend that I ended up having to go out and buy, especially because I ended up buying the Taking Care of Babies course. So she recommends swaddling with these type of swaddles, and I tried these and they work very well. These are just the Swaddle Me ones. They're just like little Velcro ones. So you kind of make the baby into a little burrito. But these are really good because it's really hard for him to break out of these, especially because you kind of got them like all nice and snuggled up. These are very helpful. I ended up having to go out and buy these. These were not in my registry. If you don't have these in your registry, definitely go out and get them. The next sort of like sleep type of product I really recommend that you get, that has also really helped us get baby to really have like a good night's sleep, is the Hatch Rest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's like a night light, but it also has sounds. Yeah, so it's like all these sounds. It has like ambience, it has a washing machine, which for some reason my kid loves. I don't know, he just like knocks out when I use that one. And the reason why is because babies love white noise. So this is what we use at night. This is super easy to use. There's an app that you download and it just connects via Bluetooth and you can manipulate it. Like if my baby's taking a nap and I'm in the kitchen washing the dishes, and I can just like manipulate this through my phone. I can change the light, I can change the sound, I can turn up the sound, turn down the volume, I can do all of this through my phone, which is super handy. And the one that we do use when we're out is the shusher. So you can put this on your diaper backpack, in the stroller. This noise really calms down a baby. And when I don't have the shusher, I'll just blast a YouTube video of shushing noise. But this is just really handy to have all the time. Keep it in your diaper backpack. Just always have it. The other thing that I want to mention that is a must-have, it is an investment, so if you don't end up getting it, nobody buys it for you, and you do want it, I know that a lot of the times people sell these on like Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, OfferUp, and they sell them for like way cheaper because they're used and maybe they don't have any more babies. I'm gonna keep this for all my babies because I'm not buying another one and I already got one. But the Mamamoo, honestly has pretty much saved my life. It allows me to do stuff around the house. I don't like to keep him on there all the time. It can be so easy for me as a mom to be like, I'm not gonna hold him, I'm just gonna put him down and then like do my thing, and then I'm like, oh snaps, my baby. But it is so helpful, especially because I feel like he loves looking at the little balls. He loves looking at the window. I love putting him near the window and he just looks out the window. I don't think he can see that far, to be honest, but he loves like the light. I don't know, he just loves it. There's like different motions that you can do with the Mamamoo, and he has to have it at level 5. If that thing does not feel like a roller coaster, he's not into it. He loves level 5. So that's one thing that if you do want to invest, maybe you can use that registry 20% off on this. That would be a good idea. It's not like, oh my gosh, if you don't have it, you're gonna die, but it is so helpful, especially to like get stuff done around the house while you have a newborn who loves to be held and loves the shushing noise. The Mamamoo also has like noises, so it also has a white noise. It's not as loud as I would like, but I have other stuff to make a white noise, so it's fine. The next thing I want to mention is also more of like sleeping, and I actually end up using this, not right now because we're in quarantine and we're not traveling, but my parents and my in-laws live within like an hour or 2-hour drive from us. We don't co-sleep, we have the baby in a bassinet at home, but when we do travel, obviously my parents don't have a bassinet at their house and neither do my in-laws. So I just put him next to me in this. I'll put like a little blanket to make it a little more comfortable. I sleep him in here, and it's cool because this material around here is breathable, so even if he starts getting kind of close to the edge, I'm very like paranoid, so I'm always like checking on him. I'm like, is he breathing? Is he still alive? Is he good to go? So even though he gets kind of close to this, I know that he's still able to breathe. Obviously I move him back a little bit, but if he's not, I know that he can breathe through it. And what I like about it too is that it's portable. You just fold it up, so it's pretty small, compact, has a little handle. It's very easy to take with you, especially if you are someone that does travel a lot with a newborn. I know right now ain't nobody gonna make traveling plans anytime soon because coronavirus, but if you do, or for when you do, or if you're watching this video in the future when coronavirus and quarantine is over, then get this. The next thing that you are gonna need is a baby wrap or baby carrier, like baby wear. There's a lot of different brands that you can buy, especially on Instagram. There's like small shops, like internet stores that sell their own brand of it. This is the one that I ended up buying because a friend of mine recommended it and she said she loved it and it was really affordable. This is probably the most affordable one I've seen. It just works amazing. I love it. It's super stretchy. I actually ended up going out and purchasing this myself though, because I did get like a carrier, but it wasn't a cloth one. So this is like that stretchy like cloth material where you can just wear. And this one's actually from Kia Babies. That's the brand. They have a bunch of different stuff too, like they have like postpartum belly wraps and stuff like that. I honestly haven't been keeping up with my postpartum belly wrap, to be honest, because my lonjas are just, they're not as out of control as I would have expected, so I keep forgetting to wear it. But anyway, this is super simple. I'll insert like a little clip of me wearing it. As soon as I put him on me, he knocks out. The only thing is sometimes he does get pretty sweaty, but that just happens regardless. Like if I'm breastfeeding him and he's on my boob for too long, he just gets really like sweaty. But this is definitely a good investment. I think I got it for like $24.96 or something like that. Definitely less than 30 bucks. And I have Amazon Prime, so you get that free shipping, you know what I'm saying? I know that I'm definitely gonna use this a lot more when we're allowed out again. But I also wear it around the house. He's like just not having it. He wants to be with me. So I hold him here, he listens to my heartbeat, and we just snuggle while I sweep the house, and he just loves me. So that's great. Okay, so the next thing, last one from like this category, if you end up getting this in your registry, like someone gives it to you at your baby shower or whatever, you need to take this to the hospital. Let me tell you why. I'm so grateful that I took this to the hospital. It just made my breastfeeding journey so much better than I thought it was gonna be. But if you don't have this, definitely get this. This is the Boppy pillow. What I really like about this is it's super versatile. You can use it for tummy time. The baby's always on his head, so I like to have him on tummy time, and by the time he's able to, obviously you're gonna wanna do tummy time a few minutes a day. So what I do is I'll just cover it with a blanket. The thing I do need to buy are more covers. I haven't had a chance to buy more, but I just put like a little blanket over it, and then I'll just like lay him on it. But when he was first born, I use this to breastfeed. Breastfeeding is a whole other topic. If you want me to do a video about breastfeeding, I definitely can, because girl, the things I have learned. But the position that I would use for breastfeeding the most was actually the football hold. So I would have him like here, but if you also do like the cradle hold, you can use it as well. I know a lot of people like to leave their babies on it too while they're doing stuff. Some people recommend the Snuggle Me Organic. I have been wanting to buy it, I just haven't bought it yet, and now I'm like, do I even buy it? He's already gonna be like 3 months within 2 or 3 weeks. If I do end up buying it, I'll definitely let you guys know if I like it, but I don't really use it to just leave him on it. I mostly use it for tummy time and to breastfeed. I guess I do leave him on it sometimes. So with that, I kind of want to segue into the next category, which is breastfeeding. I know not everybody ends up breastfeeding their babies, and that's okay. A fed baby is the best baby. But just for my personal breastfeeding experience, these products were amazing. So the first product I want to mention is the Medulla hand pump. So it looks like this, but I actually ended up getting the Medulla Advanced Pump and Style, like the pump, because I qualified to get it for free through my insurance. I definitely used it in the beginning, but I just love this because it's so much more affordable. It's $27, and the breast pump itself is like $200, $300. I don't even know how much money. It's super expensive. I haven't gone back to work yet, so I think that's why I haven't been using it as much, which I think once I go back to work and I have to like pump at work and do, you know, like freezer stash, then I'll probably use that one a lot more. But for on the go or for just getting milk out really quick, this has definitely just been the one for me. I just feel like it's really fast, it's very convenient, very easy, and I actually have a little adapter so it pumps directly onto the bottles that I use when I use bottles. But speaking of the breast bottles, so these are the Nano Bebe. I'm gonna say it's super Mexican. Nano Bebe. Obviously it's Bebe because it has the accent on the A and on the A. I know people call them Nano Babies. So these are the Nano Babies. I love it because it looks like an actual boob. That was honestly what drew me to it. That is a great product like strategy, is making it look like a boob. I ended up getting like the whole set as a gift. So it was the milk storage bags, the bottles, like the adjuster for the pump, which ended up working with the Medulla breast pump. It has like everything. It even had like some pacifiers that it came with too. I have like all of these products. If you want like a more in-depth review, then I can definitely do that. Let me know in the comments down below. But so far I really like these. So the whole point of these is that they're supposed to preserve the nutrients of breast milk. These bottles are specifically designed for breastfed babies. The nipple is like very breast-like, it's very like soft. I don't find that there was any type of like nipple confusion when I did have to use these in the beginning, or even now. Like he'll use them sometimes, like if I have to go to the grocery store, because we're not both going to the grocery store anymore. You know, coronavirus. Take a shot every time I say coronavirus. I didn't find that there was any nipple confusion really. Like it wasn't like he took this and then he didn't want my boob anymore. He still prefers my boob over everything. Even though he's breastfed most of the time, he doesn't mind these. He actually likes them. I don't think that the suction is like too much, but anyway, so I really like these products. The point is, if you want an in-depth review, I can definitely do that because I have a lot to say about these. If you are like on the fence of like, oh, I don't know if I want to get these or not, at least try it. I think for one bottle it's like $10.99 or something. They're not that expensive, so if you want to try them out, definitely try them and see if you like them, because I swear by these. The next thing I want to mention is the Haka. This you are going to need even if you're not breastfeeding, because sometimes your milk does just let down. The baby will start crying and your nipples will literally start leaking. Like, it's a thing. I didn't think it was a real thing. It is a real thing. Your nipples leak when the baby cries. It's not a breast pump, it's just like a milk catcher. So if I'm feeding him from one boob, I'll put it on the other boob and then it'll just catch the milk. I'll put it in a little freezer bag and then I'll like just label it, whatever, and I have it in the fridge if I end up needing it. So it's super handy. It catches all the milk because, as breastfeeding mamas know, that liquid gold is real. It's super inexpensive. I think it was like $14. I ended up buying this myself just because it was so cheap. When I first did the registry, I was like, I'm just gonna get this one. I just got the one that's solo, but I know they sell like the whole kit, so you might want to add like the kit to your registry, or you can just buy this one. I honestly just use it by itself. I don't have the little suction cup or anything, and it's worked great. That's a lie, I've spilled it a couple of times, so maybe you should get the one with the little ball thing. last sort of like breastfeeding nipple type of things, breastfeeding type of things. And this is totally up to parental preference. I personally use them, and actually there's been like studies that show like non-nutritive sucking, it helps babies release endorphins, and I'll link like an article down below about that. If you don't want to use them, that's completely fine, but if you do, these are the brands that have worked for me. So these are like the pacifiers that I've been using. What I ended up doing is getting the ones that have like this type of nipple where it's like long and then it's like round, if that makes sense, because there's some that are like long and thin, but he likes these. These are just from Bibs. I love, these are my favorite because they're just so stinking cute, and they have so many different colors, and I love matching his outfits with his beanies and whatever. They're not like the cheapest, but I just think they're worth it because they're so cute. And the other ones are these more like itsy ritzy. This one's a different brand. I got all of these on Amazon. And then this is like the itsy ritzy one. He also really likes these. So these are like the two that I mostly use. I did get like the Nano Baby ones, and then they gave me this one in the hospital. It's the same type of nipple, so I'll sometimes use this, but for like aesthetic purposes, I kind of just use these ones, and also because he likes them. So okay, the next category I want to jump into is actually for you, because I had an idea that I was probably gonna need some stuff for me, but I thought all this stuff for me was just really gonna be about breastfeeding. But girl, if you're debating on what to add to your registry, this is something that you are gonna need for you. It's the Freedom Mom everything. If you guys want me to do like a postpartum video, everything that you need, my experience, what I wish I knew, let me know. But honestly, you do get stuff in the hospital. I ran out of it within a week, and I had to go out and purchase this stuff. And it's not that expensive, to be honest. Like, I ended up buying everything myself, except for this one. This was on my registry with like the Freedom Baby stuff, but they have like a Freedom Mom care line as well. They have like a full like gift set, so honestly, add it to your registry. Trust me, add it to your registry. The next thing I want to mention, if you're pregnant and you're looking for products for your registry, or also if you're just like, I need to prepare for having a baby, this is one thing that has really helped me. This is a little bit different. It's not like baby products. I'll get back to baby products, but this is just like my middle segue. This book was given to me by one of my best friends. I love her so much. She has a degree in child development. As soon as she found out I was pregnant, she was like, girl, you need to read this book. It has saved my life. So this book basically just breaks down everything you need to know about having a baby, brain development, having a happy baby, raising baby to be successful. And honestly, it's just such a good book. I'm so glad I got it when I was still pregnant. So if you are pregnant and watching this video, get this book. It's called Brain Rules for Baby. It's written by John Medina. That's another newborn must have, but like read it before you have the baby, because once the baby's here, you're not gonna have time, because you're gonna be so excited with your baby, not because you're gonna die. So back to the baby stuff, and this is actually like my second to last category, bath time stuff. And I see these all the time, like at Ross, Didi's, any store really, and I was just like, I knew you were gonna need them, but I didn't realize how many I was gonna need. I have like 50 of these, and I honestly feel like I wash 30 like every week. I use these so much. They're just these little like cloths. So I use these for spit up, I use these for bath time, I use these if there's like a little something on his head. I just use these all the time. So definitely add these to your registry if you don't have any. I love these. There's a bunch of different colors, prints, whatever's your style, you do you. So this is one thing that I actually did end up going out and buying myself. I got a bunch of baby like bath sets, and most of them were like from Johnson Baby, but I just ended up buying these because my baby has very sensitive skin. Okay, sorry that the lighting looks completely different. The sun has set and the camera cut off because it was overheating, and then, you know, the baby needed to be fed. So, but the products I was talking about before it ended were actually these Mustela. You know my accent, so I was just gonna say the Spanish version of it. The one I've been using, and I actually did end up really needing this one, and that's why I bought it, is because my baby did get cradle cap. But before I used this one, the cradle cap Stella shampoo, I was using this one, which is just a sample that I got in one of those like registry boxes. So make sure you register everywhere, because you'll get a bunch of free stuff and samples, and you can try stuff out and see what you really like. I love how it smells, and also his skin felt super soft. It didn't irritate his skin. It kept it moisturized. I really like this one. The first few weeks, you're not gonna need any type of like wash or shampoo because the baby's skin is so sensitive. All you're gonna wanna use is water. But after like, I would say 2-3 weeks, then you definitely want to start using some of this, especially when their poop starts smelling a little bit more. So I do like this. I think I would definitely get this brand again. So the lotion, I was using this one anyway. I've been using this since he was born. I had a sample. Again, that's how I knew that I liked it, which was this one. These are the ones I'm using now. These are like specifically for super dry skin, and they don't have as bad like harsh chemicals, so these are really good. And I love the smell. I'm just a very like smell driven person, so if it smells good, then I'm gonna like it. The shampoo specifically cradle cap. This is just the regular, the Hydra Bebe lotion, but I know they have like a specific cradle cap lotion as well. I didn't get that one because this cradle cap wasn't that bad, but it was bad enough for me to go buy a cradle cap shampoo. And then going into that same like cradle cap area, this brush, it's like $4, maybe $5 with tax, and it honestly saved my life. So I bought the Frida Baby one, and I feel like it didn't really make that much of a difference on his cradle cap, but I think he really liked the feeling of it when I was massaging the shampoo onto his hair. So I might still use it just for like massaging him, and because I already bought it. So if you don't have this on your registry, get it because it's so good. And this in combination with the cradle cap shampoo and using coconut oil is what helped me get rid of Agustin's cradle cap. But anyway, this is a great investment, and it's not even an investment. You can buy a bag of hot Cheetos for more than this costs. So this is a bathtub that we have been using. This is the Angel Care bathtub. It's honestly super inexpensive. I think it's like $20 depending on the store. I think Target was like $22 and then Walmart was like $19 or something, but it's still under $25. It's super affordable. I love that it just kind of adjusts to your baby's body. We don't put him directly on here. We'll use like a warm towel, put it on top. I just use it in the sink, have some hot water running through like upwards so that he still stays nice and warm. You want to make sure that they're nice and warm. Like put this on top, and then I'll use a different one to grab him after. So this is definitely my favorite, one of my favorite things. And the last thing within this, which is kind of my segue into like the other category, but this stuff is like gold to me. What I love about this is a little goes a long way. Whenever I put it, I literally use like, that's it. That's all you need. It's so good. And this works great for diaper rash, if his skin is looking red. All of a sudden, sometimes babies, or at least Agustín, like he would get like random like bumps, or like if I didn't know what was happening, I would throw a little breast milk on there, throw a little Aquaphor, and honestly within hours it was gone. And they sell like tubs of it. So once I'm out of this, I'm gonna buy the tub. Okay, so that brings me on to my next little segue, which is like baby safety slash like health. What I ended up getting is I got like the Frida Baby gift set as a baby shower gift. So it had this, it had Frida Mom like little postpartum water shooter, it had the nose Frida, but it comes with the Windy. This is one thing that I honestly swear by. Babies sometimes tend to get gassy, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's colic. It's just your baby's brand new to the world and they're trying to figure out how to poop, how their intestines work, how the gas comes out. They're still trying to figure it out. So this was one thing that when he was feeling really uncomfortable, or his belly was really bloated, or he hadn't pooped in a while, I didn't use it all the time because I wanted him to learn to do it on his own, but it definitely helped him. And it's such a weird concept, honestly. They're like these little gadgets. I don't even know what I would call these, but they're rectal. So it's kind of like a rectal thermometer. You lube it up with a little coconut oil and you put it up their little butt. And I didn't want to use it because I was like, I don't want to put anything up my baby's butt, but it helped him so much. And honestly, he didn't even feel it. Like he didn't even flinch. Homie was like acting like nothing. He was good, and within seconds it just let out so much poop and so much gas. It sounds like a little whistle before all that stuff comes out, so make sure you have a diaper on hand. But it let out everything, and it was like instant relief for him. I didn't have to give him drops. I didn't have to give him any of that. Honestly, this I would swear by. The next thing is the nose Frida. So this thing is also, I feel like Frida just makes weird things that you're like, what is that? But they always work. So this is like to take out his boogers, but this is super easy. You just put it up his nose, you like suck it in, and then it takes out his boogers. It's great. This is the one that most people like use, or they'll use like the Oogie Boogie. I haven't tried that one. I know a lot of people swear by it too. I just like the Frida, nose Frida one. It's worked for me. But this one I mostly use for spit up. He would spit up a lot after he would eat or when he would burp or whatever. Sometimes he would start like coughing on it. So what I would do is I would take this thing. This is a trick I learned in the hospital. I would take this thing, I would like suck it up and then take out the spit up. And then that's when these also come in handy, because then I just squirt it on there. Problem solved. These are great. These are great. Great. The next thing are grooming things. Babies scratch themselves a lot and their nails grow so fast. First of all, Why do their nails grow that fast? I don't understand. Their nails don't need to grow that fast, but they grow super fast. I honestly just use the nail clippers. This is like the Playtex Baby. It came in like a little grooming set that I also got. I've also used the Frida. The Frida's more of like an angled one, but any of these work really. I feel like they all kind of work the same, but the one thing that you really need are nail files. You want to make sure that you file like the edges, because that's usually how they end up scratching themselves. So even if their nails are short, sometimes the edge itself is enough to just, and then they get that little scratch on their forehead or their nose or whatever. So make sure you get some little nail files. These just came in the set. Most baby safety sets will have some. So, and I think the Frida Baby had one too. This is another must-have that you definitely want. And then lastly, these are just the Parents' Choice Walmart brand. I don't know, I think it's Walmart brand, but these little cotton swabs, they're like specifically for baby ears, and I cannot tell you how many times he's had like wax in his ear. I'm like, how did that get in there? And you just scoop it up with this. That was a weird sound effect. You just like use this. I use this a lot after bath time. And I love that the shape is like specifically for baby ears. These are super soft and so gentle, and I didn't realize how much earwax babies get. So you definitely want one of these. And then the last thing that I want to mention, I don't have it here with me physically. Most of his gear, we keep it in the car. That way we don't have to bring it down and bring it up again. One thing I was gonna mention is if you're wondering on what stroller to get, we got the Mockingbird stroller. It was a gift, but I would highly, highly recommend it. If you are looking to invest in a stroller, then I would recommend Mockingbird. I love the stroller. It's basically like the Upper Baby Vista or like those super high-end strollers, but it's like half the price, still higher price than like Even Flow or those type of brands. And what I specifically like about the stroller is that it has like a bassinet that you put on top of the stroller. I would recommend, even if you don't end up getting that brand, like no matter what brand of stroller you get, I would recommend getting one that has the bassinet, because when you are out and about, I just think it's so much more comfortable for the baby to be laying down comfy, you know, like if he was sleeping in his bed while you're like at the store or at the park or wherever it is that you're going out. I feel like my baby is a lot more comfortable using that. And then the next sort of gear thing is we have his little like play mat, and this one I really like because I know that their first few weeks of life you really want to use like black and white to help stimulate their vision, because they're still trying to like figure out how to work their eyes and everything. And then it has like little transitions, colors and like shapes and everything. So as he starts developing and growing, this little playmat kind of like grows with him. So I really like that one. This is the one I added on my registry. I ended up getting it as a gift. I really love this one. I would definitely recommend it. And then the last thing that you definitely need to add to your registry, the little mirror that you put in the car. I don't know why, in my head I was like, oh, I don't think that's that necessary. Like, I'm gonna be in the car with him anyway. Manny's gonna be driving. I'm gonna be sitting in the back passenger seat looking at him, but Manny had to go back to work, and then I still had to take him to doctor's appointments, and I was like, how do I look at my child? And I was like, all right, that's what that rear view passenger mirror is for. So definitely get one. They're not that expensive. I think mine was like $10 or something. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. So if you did like it, I'm really trying to get into like the whole grind of YouTube. I just started my channel not too long ago, so if you would like to be part of this growing little fan bam, because it's growing, you know, if you would like to be part of it, but if you would like to be part of my little community, little fan bam, then definitely go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if you liked it. That helps me a lot to know what you guys like, what is helpful, and also it just helps my channel to be like noticed by people. So hopefully if this helped you and you think it would help someone else, then definitely give it a like and leave me a comment saying hi, or if you have like any video ideas, or for example if you want to see a review of the Nano Baby products, if you want me to do a postpartum video, whatever it is that you want to see, then definitely let me know. Whatever it is that you're interested in, whatever I can help with. And yeah, so let's figure out this momhood together. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.